Hi, I'm Gina Frieden. Welcome to this course. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then Nina and I are going to talk some about this class. I've been at Vanderbilt for about 20 years, and I enjoy what I do. Right now I'm Program Director of Human Development Counseling, and I've been teaching the experiential courses for several years, and Pre-Practicum happens to be one of my favorite classes. Along with teaching interests, we also have other courses in the curriculum, and I work in lifespan development. I teach a course in advanced developmental counseling. I teach a course in internship and grief and loss. I also have research interests in areas of lifespan development, grief and loss, and developmental psychology. I've recently gotten a grant that's looking into behavioral training at sites, including schools, that are looking at interprofessional collaboration. So I'm very, very pleased that part of what we can bring to you all is a background and experiences related to the training and the passions that we have.
Great. And my name is Nina Martin, and like Gina, welcome you to this course. Gina and I have actually taught this course together for how many years?
Oh gosh,
Ever?
probably, yeah.
A lot. Right.
Yeah.
We always have a lot of fun when we do it. We trade off some things, and you'll see that happening in the context of this course. My background is as a mental health counselor. I guess yours really is too. I've done also, though, a lot of work in schools and working with adolescents and young adults. I think your focus is
more
adults.
Yeah, adults, adolescents.
So we have a sort of broad spectrum that we're going to offer. My research interests are adolescent development and adolescent depression, and school and community-based interventions and prevention programs. Like Gina, I teach several courses both within the counseling program at Vanderbilt and also within another master's program. For the Human Development Counseling program, obviously we teach this course together, and I agree with you, this course is just a lot of fun to build beginning skills and to see students grow and develop and really get excited about the work. I also teach a course in cognitive behavioral therapy, as well as supervise the practicum experiences of the clinical mental health students. In another master's program I also teach at Vanderbilt, I teach a research methods class and do some work with students who are out in the field and want to go on to get doctorates. And so I think between the two of us, we kind of have a wide breadth of things that we do and things that we like to do. Did I leave out a piece? I'm trying to think.
Oh, sounds pretty good.
All right, done with that then.
All right.
So mostly welcome.
And now we want to tell you a little bit about the course that you are taking. So this course is one that is in the very first semester, typically taken, and it is in our active listening skills or our interviewing skills techniques. We really consider this foundational in our program, and part of the reason for that is that we believe that we want to train our students from the ground up, learning the basic listening skills, learning how to communicate, learning reflection of feeling, reflection of content, learning about how to just be in presence with the clients that you will see. Many times a student's going to walk into your office and they're going to want some answers to different concerns that might be coming in for them. And your ability to sit and be present and feel like you are being able to conduct a counseling session will be a really important piece of the work that you do. We really believe that the training in Pre-Practicum allows us to span a breadth of knowledge that will give you the skills you need to not only learn these basic introductory skills, but then to apply those when you get ready to go into field experiences in your school settings.
I'm going to say a little bit more about the training experience too and the way that we've built this course. Certainly, of course, we recognize that you're school counselors and we'll be going out into school settings. Gina and I are both mental health counselors by trade, although I've spent a lot of time in schools and done a lot of work in schools. But what we want to do in this course, and what we're doing very intentionally, is teaching it really from the perspective of mental health counseling to the extent that we want you to be able to sit with a client and really understand what's going on with that person, not only sort of in the short term or sort of surface problems, but to be able to get a sense of how to get to the deeper issues and the things that sort of run underneath and maybe cause those problems to bubble up. We recognize that sometimes in schools, you don't have time to get down to that deeper work. Actually, sometimes you do, and you'll be surprised. But depending on the school, depending on the number of counselors, depending on the setting or what you're asked to do, sometimes you won't have time. And so sometimes we get, the school counseling students say, wait, why am I doing this stuff? Am I really going to need this? And the answer is yes. Not only because there will be times where you do need those skills, not only to work with students, but to work with teachers and principals and parents and all kinds of people in the system. And again, as I said, there might be times where you actually do have a longer time to sit with a person to really have the depth of skills. The other reason that we do that, and we're committed and we do see that as a successful way to teach this course, is that we've watched students, our school counseling students from this program, go out into the community and work alongside students from other programs. And without exception, the kind of feedback we get from the schools, they say things to us like, there's something about your students that's different, that's deeper than a lot of other students we see from school counseling programs. They're able to conceptualize at a very deep level. They're able to understand developmental issues. They're able to apply theory and evidence-based practice, and they're really able to take a session and a student deeper if they have the time to do that. And we're convinced that that's actually a good way probably the best way to teach this course, which is why we do that very intentionally. And we want to arm you with all the skills that you need so that you can use those skills when you can, that they're available to you. And in other instances, maybe you're not able to use all of those skills, but they're sort of ready and waiting for you, even if you're doing things that maybe don't run as deep.
There's a breadth and depth to what we do, not only in this course, but in this program. And our hope is, and our excitement is, that now we get an opportunity to train with you on these skills.
So I hope it's obvious, and if not, we're just going to say it. We're really excited about teaching this course. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time with each other. We have a good time with our students. We're looking forward to having a good time with you guys. There's learning that's going to happen too, but we do it in the context of actually enjoying it and not taking ourselves too seriously, and understanding when we're learning things, we're going to all make mistakes. We're going to all not know what we're doing at times, sometimes even us. But we hope that you'll stay with us in that way and take some risks and give it a go. We're going to ask that you do that a lot, is really step out there and try some things. And in doing that, I think because we get to do that, we get to see your development. It's a really exciting process. It's fun to do this course. It's really fun to train beginning counselors. And in a very concrete way, you get to see your work because you guys go out and do great things.
And even though this course is online, one of the most important values of our program is connection. And we want you to always feel connected to what we're doing, to how we think, to the flow of the course. We want this to feel personal to you. So we hope that as you walk through this course with us, part of what you're learning isn't just about the professional development of being a school counselor, but the personal development, personal touches that you get from being in a course like this.
Well said.